Hey guys, Banana Luck here, and we're back with another video, and we'll be covering campaign stages today, specifically the Expert Chapter 8, the last stage with Calypso. So I realized that we've made quite a bit of progress with Guild Boss recently, and I thought why not give the campaign a push, and surprisingly I managed to actually clear out everything. I cleared the Hard Chapter 8 as well as Expert Chapter 7 to 8, which I've been lacking back for quite a while. So for the normal chapter, we are still stuck on Chapter 9. I haven't really attempted after getting the EXP rate unlocked, so more on that in another video. So without further ado, let's get into the Expert stage. So you can see I've cleared 3 stars, and this stage is especially tough because of the requirement where, you cannot have more than 6 heroes in your team. Whereas in the previous chapters, you could still place in multiple healers, defenders, just to block off Calypso. So a solid defender here is really important, which is what I'm going to show, as well as 2 self-sustaining fighters to block off the minions that were transform when they actually jump into the water. So to do the job, we have Rough, which everyone has, so that ensures that everyone has easy access to this stage. We also have a Valeria on the other side, but of course if you have Abomination, I think he does just fine as well. I don't think you need a Valeria to get the job done. I think even Zillitu could be possible. You could pull it off because the mobs don't really hit that part before they actually transform. And if you have Eloin, that's even better because the Wood Elves will be able to heal the fighter that's not self-sustaining, which could be Abomination, Zillitu, or Valeria in this case. So that's the possibilities that we're looking at here. And now of course Hatsuit, really important. You need her to be able to clear out the what was that? I think it was the Priestess of Rain, the one that summons the Acid Rain, which reduces heroes' defense and magic resistance. They spawn on the right all the time, and Hatsut I found to be one of the units that can clear that out with ease. And then you also have the Priest of Thunder. This one I'm using Setram, and I normally clear them when they walk right about here because I place my Setram here and his ultimate clears the range. And I think the rest is just the fishes that, transform and when they pass through the river, so just make sure they don't get through. So that's the lineup we have, and of course we have Oleg as the tank because he's the most reliable with his shield buff, right? It gives you about, where was it? A shield that absorbs 85% of damage equal to his max HP, and then also we have him at Awaken 1. We did have to push him, so I used a Soul Stone for this, just to make sure that he has enough sustain, especially when Calypso gets to 3 rune stones. So the Calypso in this stage is the same as what you have as the normal Calypso. She spawns these runes, and the more she progresses throughout the stage, the stronger the runes become, and the more damage she does. So I did need to get Oleg to A1 so that he can sustain the damage that Calypso dishes out, especially when she has 3 rune stones active. So yeah, let's just briefly run through the stats, show you guys what I have here, and see if you guys can actually replicate the same to try to clear. So Raph, we have him in a pretty decent state, I would say. And then we also have Valeria. Where was she? She's in a much nicer set, of course, but I think any other fighter with this set would do equally as well. And then what else do we have? We have Oleg over here. So Oleg that's sitting at about 70k HP and about 6000 defense. I think the rest of the stats don't really matter that much. Then we also have Eloin sitting at about 30k HP and about 18k attack, and I need to put on a better set, one with more attack speed so that she heals fast. And then last but not least, we have Hatsut. So pretty alright stats. We're just using her for our ultimate anyways. And then there's Setram as well. He's my MVP, so you can see that he has most of the good stuff on him. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the stage itself, and I might have to rerun this in case I screw things up, but I'll talk about the strategy as we go along. So let's get it. So do you have Power of Dominance on? Because... okay, there's no Power of Dominance, nice. So the first part was quite a struggle because I was using Silas initially to try to clear this Priestess of Thunder, but Silas just didn't have enough HP to last through it. So what I'm gonna do instead is to place Hatsut down in the very last second, and you're gonna see how we pull this off. Just gonna wait for the very last second to pop Hatsut out. It's very close. Okay, and we're gonna despawn her right away. So, same thing that we're gonna do after every single time that Hatsut pops her out. We are gonna despawn her immediately so that we can have her up for the next stage of the game. You can see on the sides we're just clearing with ease. Valeria is just one-shotting the units. Raph has self-sustain, so it takes a bit longer, but that's alright. And we're just gonna pop Elowen down. I'm not gonna bother with having Elowen in the same in the range to cover Setram, because Setram actually doesn't get hit at all. And Elowen is just gonna be plopped right down here, and we're gonna have Oleg sitting here. And reason is very simple. This is where Calypso walks through, and having Oleg there just blocks her out until we get the damage out in the later parts. You'll see why that is required later, because we do take some time to kill Calypso, at least in my first run. So these fishes are gonna walk right into Setram, so don't think we have much issues here, to be honest. And the two Priestess of Thunder have spawned, so Oleg's shield would come in handy here. And we're not gonna pop Setram's out yet, because he can clear these fishes quite easily. We want him to pop his out when the Priestess of Thunders walk within range. And for reference, that's around here. So yeah, we have to try to tank through this first bit because Calypso is coming out now as well. So you can see that, okay, both of them are in range. The shield is coming right up in time to make sure that, you know, Oleg is not gonna tank through it. And I'm not gonna pop Hatsut down right away. We want to wait for the second Priestess of Rain to walk through so that he can clear both at the same time. And I'm quite confident that our Oleg will be able to tank through it with just Elowen healing him. So she's about to walk out. The other Priestess of Thunder is going to walk out as well. We're going to try to clear all three of them at the same time with Hatsut out. And you can see that the two sides, we don't really care about them at all because nothing to really be worried about. And right here, we're just gonna wait for the last Priestess to die and then... So, one thing to take note here, the reason why I didn't place Elowen down here so that he can heal both units is because both the Priestess of Thunder and Calypso has AoE attacks, and putting Elowen right next to Oleg is just too risky because she might just end up dying to the AoE damage. She's not that tanky. For context, Oleg has about 70,000 HP, Elowen only about 30,000. So that's why we have this weird placement going on. And as you can see, we despawn Hatsut right away once she has cleared the two Priestess of Rain. This part is going to be quite straightforward. Just have to be careful here in case Calypso fires that powered shot. So that happens every 3 shots if I'm not wrong. And Setram's just gonna clear through this with ease. Yep, so we're in a pretty good state now. Once they do their 1 round of attack, Oleg has his shield up for the next one. And same thing here, we're not gonna pop Hatsut down even though the second Priestess has arrived, because we need Hatsut to clear 2 Priestess of Rains at the same time. And we're gonna wait for the Priestess of Thunder to go into range before we pop Satrams out. Almost there. So that's the AoE attack I was talking about. You can see the range there. And then Calypso just fired her AoE attack as well. So yeah, we're just gonna clear these two Priestess of Thunder at the same time. And this is the time where we have to be slightly worried. But okay, Oleg has his shield up again. Second Priestess of Rain is gonna pop out, so gonna just pop Hatsut down here. You can see that really once I've placed down the two fighters, I don't have to worry about them at all, which is great. Just lesser things to worry about. And then, yep, Priestess of Rain is down again, and we're gonna despawn Hatsut right here. Same thing, just gonna wait for the Priestess of Thunder to walk in. That's her powered shot. You can see that it came in just nice, but you can see that she's doing a lot more damage now compared to how much damage she was dealing when she first spawned, because she has 2 of the rune stones up already. So gonna have to start being careful. Might have to pop a heal somewhere along the line. You can see that I haven't popped it at all, not even the Wood Elves, but if you have like Abomination or a weaker fighter on the right side, that's where the Wood Elf will come in handy. So same thing, just gonna wait for the two Priestess of Thunders to hit in before we pop Satrams out, even though Calypso is in range. So you can see she has 3 runes now, very powerful. Just have to be careful here to make sure that, you know, Oleg doesn't get one-shotted, because that has happened to me before. I'm just gonna place down the Wood Elf just in case, because yep, that's the powered shot. So luckily we got through that. And now the last batch of Priestess of Rains are gonna come out. I'm just gonna pop Hatsut down here. Okay, we have his shield up, so I think we are good here. This run should work out. Okay, so the Priestess of Rains are all down. Just gonna wait for Wrath and Valeria to kill the mobs. Yeah, I'm gonna despawn them because we're gonna need their help to clear Calypso. I didn't do that in the first run, and it took me over 8 minutes to actually get this finished. You see, that's Calypso's path that just appeared for a brief moment, but because Oleg is in the way, she's not able to walk through. So that's why we have the placement all thought out like this. Trust me, it took me over 2 hours to get this right, so yeah, this video is just a shortcut for you guys. So we have Satrams out again, just gonna pop it. It's just gonna bring her down to about 30% HP, I'm sure. I'm just gonna speed things up now because we don't really have to be that careful anymore. And I want to get this over and done with. Okay. Valeria... Oops, I can't actually place her down, interesting. I'm not sure if I will screw this up by actually despawning Oleg. But yeah, let's just give it a go. Okay, that's gonna be very sketchy, but okay, we got it. Yeah. So that's it for the video, guys. Pretty straightforward. So yeah, obviously the run slightly faster, 1 minute faster, but it still took a freaking long time to get it sorted. So Satram's the MVP for sure. We have Valeria and Wrath sitting at 3rd and 4th, and then Hatsut in 2nd, clearing the Rain Boosters at the side. And you see, obviously Oleg is the MVP here as well, taking 2.5 million damage in total. So a lot of that didn't come from his heal, it actually came from the shield that procced. So I'll say he's one of the best, if not he's the best defender in the game. And it's really nice that the game developers decided to give him out for free, just so that people could clear Void Rift better, because before that I was struggling quite a bit. Yeah, So that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you found the content helpful, please feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe to my channel, and if not, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.